Hello and welcome to Sky247.net presents Not Just Cricket. It's great to be back after a couple of days off. I've been watching the double headers over the weekend and it's been fantastic. And we have a very interesting game today as well. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me. Lalchand sir and Nikhil, it's great to have you boys back with me. So let's talk about today's game, shall we? It's a very important game for both teams because, they're both coming from losses. Rajasthan taking on Kolkata, and I think, every game now starts to count if you want to make it into the top four, especially. So, Nikhil, I'm going to start with you. Let's talk about this important game and how important it is for both the teams.
Well, both the sides, it's important, absolutely. Those 2 points, and of course, Karishma, पिछले 2 मैचेस ये दोनों टीमें हार के आ रही हैं. So, just to get back onto winning ways, it's important for both of them. But for Kolkata, the nightmares, if I may say so, tend to continue because their top order is not firing at all. They've got a lot of these youngsters who are coming into the ranks, but they're not able to go out there and get runs. But take a look at that. इस साल 2 नई टीमें और दोनों टॉप के ऊपर. गुजरात, you'll be happy, Karishma, seeing Gujarat right on top there.
Today we won't talk about Gujarat because I think I am a little biased towards it. But yeah, let's talk about the current game.
Yeah. So even with Kolkata, so I guess, अगर top order चलेगा तो फिर middle order तो we all know in, the bottom guys who are coming to bat with Russell, the kind of power that he has, Pat Cummins can contribute, Sunil Narine can contribute, but उनके लिए जरूरी है कि वो ऊपर से भी तो रन बनाए. टॉप ऑर्डर इज नॉट फायरिंग फॉर देम एट ऑल. राजस्थान मुझे लगता है कि एक बेहतर टीम है और उम्मीद करता हूं कि उनके लिए ट्रेंट बोल्ट फिट होके वापस आएंगे. बट टेक अ लुक एट दैट. कलकत्ता के लिए कुछ मैचेस ऐसे हुए कि उनको लगता कि वो मैचेस जीत सकते थे. सो टू मी वो टॉप ऑर्डर संभाल लेंगे तो उनकी दिक्कतें बहुत कुछ फर्क होगा. और मुझे लगता है कि शायद लालू सर भी मानेंगे, उनका एक मिस्ट्री स्पिनर काम नहीं कर रहा. वरुण चक्रवर्ती बॉलिंग अच्छी नहीं कर पा रहे और काफी रन दे रहे हैं. सो दोनों डिपार्टमेंट्स में कलकत्ता की दिक्कतें चल रही हैं.
Lalchand ji, what do they need to arrest the slide? Like, what is it?
Just adding on to it, Karishma, because Kolkata is really struggling with the top order. I feel that Venkatesh Iyer should bat in the middle where normally, Indian team, he is given the role of a finisher, so he can come at 5 or 6. And Sheldon Jackson can open with Aaron Finch because he is too low to bat down. And that role can be done by Venkatesh Iyer very well. So if they can have that batting order change, I think that's one aspect. Plus their main spinner, as Nikhil said, is not firing, Varun Chakravarti. So in between the overs, middle overs, Narayan has to take that responsibility. So, it becomes difficult for one bowler to really contain because there has to be someone who can complement him. And that link is missing. So they have to look for that bowler as well. If you look at the last 2 games, they have really beaten comfortably, I would say. So they have to look for some options. Let's be very honest. They have to look for option to win. How they can win? Think out of the box. They have to try some batting order changes. They might click. So hopefully, Aaron Finch clicks today. See, opening stand is very important. If you look at the other teams, say like Gujarat, I think, or Lucknow, the opening is really firing them, and that makes a difference to get a big score. So I think Kolkata has to look at that option. Rajasthan Royals, I think it's a very good team at the moment. They are winning, playing as a one unit. Yes, in the middle, I think they have to start, getting some runs. And the Sanju Samson should start firing it. And even the Riyan Parag, I think the guy who is going to be a finisher in the lower down, he's not getting runs. So again, there is a vacuum there cleared. So hopefully they can fix those boxes and it will be a cracker of a game today.
Okay, well, with Iyer only 103 runs in 6 innings, but also where is Varun Chakravarti going wrong, Nikhil? Like, what is amiss?
It's the length. स्पिनर के लिए करिश्मा बहुत जरूरी रहती है कि आप कौन सी लेंथ पे बॉल डालते हैं और किस किस्म की ट्रेजेक्टरी रहती है. The kind of trajectory that you're looking to bowl at. Take a look at those numbers for him. 6 मैचेस, 4 विकेटें. और जो दिक्कत का विषय रहेगा वो ऑब्वियसली विकेटें कम है तो वो एवरेज बहुत ऊंची है और इकोनॉमी वो 8.5 की है. क्योंकि हो क्या रहा है, सुनील नारायण के साथ जब आप गेंदबाजी करते हैं, सुनील नारायण को बहुत कम बैट्समैन चांस लेंगे. So as a bowler, you know that a lot of batsmen are going to come after you because end में run तो बनाने हैं, but you need to be prepared mentally that when you're bowling in tandem with Sunil Narayan, the batsmen come after me, my length and my trajectory has got to be better. When he got hit against Sunrisers, against Hyderabad with Rahul Tripathi, 2 बॉलें ऊपर डाली, 2 छक्के खाए. उसके बाद बैकफुट पे सारे चौके और छक्के खाते चले गए. उसके बाद वो आगे डाला ही नहीं. जब आगे डालने को देख रहे तो बहुत आगे गिर रही है. वो लेंथ नहीं मिल पा रही. एंड अ गुड लेंथ varies from wicket to wicket where you're playing in terms of stadium to stadium, and also it varies from batsman to batsman because of the height. Every batsman reach changes. So as a bowler, you need to be able to identify, if I'm bowling to a particular batsman, what is the good length area going to be. So that is his issue. He needs to sort out the trajectory and the length as well.
Does he need wicket to be two-paced to be successful, Lalchand sir?
See, every bowler would like to have a wicket to his liking, but it is not possible. Yeah. Yes, it helps to the bowler because if it's a turning wicket, then it's very difficult to pick him up because, he bowls that mystery bowling. But when the wicket is good, then your skill comes. See, as Nikhil said, you got to be smart enough. You have to have your variation. You got to have that skill level to really change according to the pitch condition, according to the batsman, and which part of the innings you're bowling to, so that also makes a difference as well. So if you're bowling the power play, or if you're bowling in the middle, or you're bowling the depth, so you got to change your line, your length as well. So I think overall he's now, batsmen are going after him, so they are not allowing him to settle down. Then B, once you are not settled down, batsmen are going after you, so then you are found that you have to be defensive. So when you're defensive, that is what the batsman want, because then he bowls a little bit shorter, or he bowls really fuller up because he doesn't know what length to bowl. So I think there is a lot of I would say unclear mind he's bowling with. So I think batsmen are really one up against him, but he has to really go to the drawing board and look at his bowling length, and then come back very strongly, because as Nikhil said, when Narayan is bowling, people don't go after him. They will go after the other bowler, and that is the bowler so that is the reason why he's giving a lot of runs as well, and he's not picking wickets.
Okay, let's talk about Rajasthan. Bulk likely to play. He was clearly missed in their last game, wasn't he, Nikhil? Like, I think everybody was missing him because manager tweets we dekhe the, everybody was missing him.
देखिए, बोल्ट जिस तरीके से उन्होंने गेंदबाजी की है, सब मिस कर रहे हैं. We started calling him Thunderbolt. जो उन्होंने वो गेंद डाली थी केएल राहुल को, the way he swung it, and I like what Thunderbolt's doing this time around is he's planning to bowl to different batsmen with different sort of game plans. That's the important part. केएल राहुल को डाल रहे थे, राउंड द विकेट आए, बॉल को स्विंग कराने की कोशिश की. जैसे ही कृष्णप्पा गौतम आए, उन्होंने दूसरे छोर से ट्राई किया था, वहीं राउंड द विकेट. इट डिडंट वर्क वेल. द वेरी नेक्स्ट बॉल ही केम बैक ओवर द विकेट एंड swung the ball and got him out as well. So clearly हर बैट्समैन के लिए एक स्ट्रेटेजी नहीं, which is so important. अलग बैट्समैन के लिए अलग अलग स्ट्रेटेजी. And the good thing is all that experience that he's had over the last so many years playing this tournament, he's putting all that to use as well. You can make out the difference when he's out there bowling, Karishma, with that body language, that he is the leader of the pack. He's looking to lead from the front. और वो body language में उनकी वो झलकता है, वो confidence कि आज मैं बॉल से मुकाबला जिताने को देखूंगा. That is very important.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the numbers tracker right now, powered by Sky247.net presents Not Just Cricket. Let's take a look at where our teams are as we speak. Pressure on Rian Parag clearly. And he hasn't performed well on the finishers role. So let's discuss him more, please. Nikhil?
जी, देखिए, रियान पराग, मेरे लिए मुझे लगा कि ये प्लेयर जो है, इसको मौके मिले, इनको चांसेस मिले. 86 रन 2020 में, 21 में 93 रन, अब तक वो 5 मैचेस में 43 रन. And in the last game, he had that sort of opportunity because when he came out to bat, तब लगभग 55 गेंदें बची हुई थी। थोड़ी सी दिक्कत में जरूर था राजस्थान, बट ये मौके हैं। आप जब जिस नंबर पे बैटिंग कर रहे हैं, जब टीम बहुत अच्छा कर रही होगी, तब आपको 10, 12, 14 गेंदें मिलेंगी। लेकिन जब दिक्कत में होगी टीम, 70 पे 4 या 70 पे 5 स्कोरबोर्ड पे लगा होगा, दैट्स एन अपॉर्चुनिटी। वो प्रेशर जरूर होगा कि योर टीम इज लॉस्ट विकेट्स, बट दैट्स एन अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर द नंबर यू कम आउट एंड बैट कि आज मेरे लिए ना 55 बॉलें बची हैं। आउट ऑफ दैट, इवन इफ आई बैट फॉर 27, 28, आज मेरा दिन है मुझे 50 रन बनाने के लिए। only then you will be able to hold your fort, otherwise you will not get that sort of opportunity. लालू भाई, ये बड़ा फर्क रहता है, और ये पिछले मुकाबले में मैंने बोला भी था, रेहान पराग के लिए ये एक सुनहरा मौका है, गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी। तभी तो आप अपनी वो रेपुटेशन, आप अपना नाम, अपनी इज्जत वो कमाएंगे एक मैच फिनिशर, मैच मुकाबले जिताने के लिए। कल जिस तरीके से राशिद खान आके वो 40 रन बना के मैच एक तरफ कर गए, डेविड मिलर की इनक्रेडिबल पारी थी। सो he has to mentally switch on कि यार ये मेरा चांस है, I need to win this game.
See, absolutely. See, निखिल, जब बैट्समैन 5, 6 या 7 नंबर पे आता है, इधर आपने बोला कि उसको बहुत कम बॉल मिलेंगे, लेकिन जब ज्यादा बॉल मिलते हैं तब you have to make the most of it. You know, as a batsman then you have to think, नहीं यार, आज मेरा दिन है, मुझे बहुत ज्यादा बॉल मिले तो मुझे कुछ ना कुछ करके बताना है टीम के लिए, so that my reputation is also at stake. Yes, he is very talented. People are backing him a lot, but he is not delivering what the team expects, the team management expect. So hopefully he has to really, get his mindset right. See, again, for a batsman, the mindset is very important. I keep on saying, matches or batsman is played. Your matches are played 9 inches above the shoulder, and this 9 inches is very important. Because Nikhil will agree, this is what if you're a bowler or a batsman, if you're strong here, you can conquer anything. But if you have got doubts in your mind, then तुम्हारा डामाडोल हो जाएगा, because you will not achieve what you want to achieve. So I think he has to get that right mindset, and then only he can perform better. But he has got a lot of opportunities, but this year he's not performing what the team management wants. So I think he has to step up.
To answer your question, Karishma, वो chances मिले, but he couldn't capitalize on those chances for that young kid. So he needs to pull up his socks.
Absolutely. Well, two people who are playing pretty well is Butler taking on versus Yadav. Big battle in power play between two in-form players. Let's just talk about this. Nikhil?
बहुत जरूरी है, और जिस तरीके के फॉर्म में उमेश यादव चल रहे हैं, बटलर चल रहे हैं, ये माउथ वाटरिंग कॉन्टेस्ट होगा। 162 के स्ट्राइक रेट, सिर्फ चाहे 47 रन बनाए हैं, बट आई जस्ट फील दैट इस सीजन यादव साहब जो है ना, ही इज बॉलिंग विद फायर, ही इज बॉलिंग विद पेस, ही इज गेटिंग द बॉल टू मूव। एंड दूसरी तरफ पावर प्ले में जॉस बटलर रन बना रहे हैं, हर मुकाबले में लगभग उनका एक योगदान रहा है। Even the last game against the Gujarat side, he got that half century to his name as well. So I'm glad you picked out that battle, because this is going to be a mouth-watering clash.
Yes. Another mouth-watering clash will be Hetmyer versus Narayan, battle between two West Indians in the middle and late overs. Lalchand, sir. Narayan certainly with an upper hand.
Yeah, this is again going to be a very, very interesting contest, because both are from West Indies. They know each other very well. Hetmyer must have played him so many times in the nets as well. But if you look at his stats, I think he has got him out twice, and he has not got many runs against Narayan. So it will be very interesting today. As we know, Hetmyer is a striker. He has got the role of finishing the games. But if Narayan goes in between, he has to really look at whether I have to take him on, or I have to really get my strike rotation so that I am there till the last 5 over. So this will be very interesting. Again, the mindset, what mindset Hetmyer bats against Narayan. Because if he wants to outclass him, then there will be a keen battle. But I think Narayan is too smart, because he will not allow people to go after him. Yes, one of his bad days, people can take him on, but 9 out of 10 times he will be the winner. So it will be a very good contest, and I'm sure it will be really interesting for us to watch as well.
Yeah. I tell you what else will be interesting, Russell versus Chahal, because in terms of physical frames, they're both absolutely but big hitting for West Indian with the clear upper hand. What fresh moves will Chahal have for him, Nikhil?
चहल को आप देखना, अभी तो 216 का स्ट्राइक रेट है, 80 रन है, एक बार ही आउट किया है। आंड्रे रसेल जब आएंगे बैटिंग करने के लिए, चहल की एक क्लियर कट स्ट्रेटेजी रहेगी। एक तो स्टंप्स के बीच में वो थोड़ा सा तेज डालने को देखेंगे फ्लिपर, अदरवाइज उनको आप हमेशा देखेंगे कि लॉन्ग ऑफ बाहर कर लेंगे फील्डर, साथ में वो एक्स्ट्रा कवर का फील्डर और थोड़ा सा सीधा हो जाएगा टुवर्ड्स लॉन्ग ऑफ, एंड ही लुक टू बोल स्लो wide outside the off stump, but one of those loopy leg spinners with a single mindset कि मैंने बॉल को टर्न कराना है। अगर 4 इंच बॉल टर्न हो जाती है करिश्मा, so you are able to beat the middle of the bat, and that's all you need to get the batsman to mistime his shots. So I'm pretty sure that Yuzi Chahal, I don't know if you know or not, but वो एक chess player है, grand master है, so he's very very smart. You know,
Yeah.
between the years he's really smart. He's a chess player, so he's a good strategist.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's take a look at the social tracker powered by Sky247.net and let's see what's happening in the social world. It is KL's 30th birthday. It's also IPL's 15th birthday. So let's look at these tweets from the BCCI. I mean, BCCI wishing him. I mean, these numbers speak for themselves. These are his birthday pictures. Cake smash all over.
Well,
And
it's
last
phenomenal. You know, we'd want to wish him as well all the very best, that he'd go out there and conquer whatever he's wanting to do this year. And even with the tournament, you know, 15 years is a long time. और वो पहली इनिंग हर बारी जब ये दिन आता है 18 अप्रैल, वो
Yeah.
मकलम की इनिंग्स याद आती है. That's what set the whole tournament alight. 150 रन 20 ओवर के मैच में.
my God.
No
15
one. Yeah, sorry. No one thought that first year of the IPL will start with a bang, because that really set the tone. Because earlier T20 means it should be only 140, 150 score, but a single guy getting 150 plus, I think that was fantastic, and that really set the tone for the whole tournament.
एंड पावर हिटिंग, वो 15 साल पहले पावर हिटिंग 150 रन, आज चलो यू नो यू गॉट यूज्ड टू इट, बट देन it was more than just a novelty.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's take a look at the fantasy tracker powered by Sky247.net. Let's take a look. Team that's been picked by both of you, so both of you can discuss it together, please. This is very
देखिए, Butler, the kind of form that he is in, Venkatesh Iyer, I think worst is past, the best is to come. वो उनके लिए, पडिक्कल मेरे लिए पिछले 2-3 सीजन से जब से वो खेलने आए हैं, एवरी ईयर ही इज बीन वेरी कंसिस्टेंट. और आज श्रेयस अय्यर के लिए भी इट्स अबाउट टाइम कि वो आके रन बनाए. अच्छा लगा नीतीश राणा पिछले मैच में, उन्होंने रन बनाए. हेटमायर मुकाबले खत्म करने के लिए, रसल द पावर हिटर, पैट कमिंस, मेरे को दोनों तरफ आपको मौका देते हैं पॉइंट्स कमाने के लिए, क्योंकि वो बैट से भी मैच जिता सकते हैं और बॉल से भी. सुनील नारायण एक ऐसे गेंदबाज है जो मुकाबले आसानी से फंसाते हैं, जिताने को देखते हैं. और यूजी चहल और ट्रेंट बोल्ट. सो आई वाज लकी कि इतने सारे करिश्मा हमारे पास मैच विनर्स अवेलेबल हैं दोनों टीमों के मिला के. सो इट वाज नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट. लालू सर, आज टीम बनाने के लिए
Yeah, I think it was very easy, because see, you got a lot of match winners in this. And on that day, they can win you games on their own. Like Andy Russell can win you games on his own. Trent Bolt bowling में, you know, he can win you 3 wicket चटका दिए मैच खत्म हो जाएगी. You know, Chahal is another spinner who can really win you games. And Shreyas Iyer, I think he will come good today, because last couple of games he was not there in his best of form, but I'm sure he's too good a player to miss out. As we said, Venkatesh Iyer, last year he was in terrific form, but this year he's struggling. But I think the role, when he played for the country, they had given him a role of a finisher. He was batting at number 5 and 6, I think 6. Now he started opening, so to get used to that role, I think again he's finding it, but I'm sure he will come back very strongly. So overall, if you look at that, Narayan again, a best spinner in the world, I would say, because if you try to take him on, most of the time you will not be successful. So again, we have got match winners, plenty of match winners. As Nikhil said, Butler is in his pink form, I would say, because the way he's batting, he can take on any bowler once he starts going. So overall, I think it was easy for us to pick those team, and I think first time it has happened, Nikhil, that we both have picked the same team.
Yeah, pretty constructive in pink, certainly. Now let's take a look at my favorite part of the show, which is the trivia tracker. Okay, so let's take a look at the face mash of both of these. Who are these two? Even I need to pay attention.
It looks difficult. I think one part is like, Chahal. No?
The names have
नहीं.
a divine connection. Like their surnames have a divine connection.
Nikhil, सोच कुछ.
Huh,
No,
please.
I'm really bad at this.
Not even one of them.
No.
Difficult.
No.
Karishma.
उनके surname में कुछ, has a.
Sri Lankan?
Okay, let's reveal. We have Sunil Narayan
I was thinking Narayan, huh? And
and Prasad Krishna.
oh, nice. There you go.
Oh.
See, Narayan Krishna, that has definitely a divine kind of connotation.
ये सारे लालू सर बदमाशी वाले काम ना करिश्मा करती है.
हाँ, ये अपने
My director. The
करिश्मा थोड़ा easy बता दो यार.
Okay, easy. Let's have a look. It's IPL's 15th birthday, so the theme is obviously IPL. Let's take a look at the next one. Who has won the most Man of the Match awards in Indian T20 league history? He doesn't
विराट
have
कोहली
to
तो नहीं.
be an international player as well.
विराट कोहली, क्रिस गेल.
No.
MS धोनी.
नहीं.
सुरेश रैना.
ऐसे ही नहीं. Mr. 360 AB de Villiers. 25 match awards. Well done.
See, problem is what, Karishma, because AB is not playing this season, so we are not thinking about him. Yeah.
Correct.
Last but not least, hope somebody gets this one. Which is the only player to have taken 3 hat-tricks in the Indian T20?
ओह, लालू सर, ये तो हमें पता होना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल, जैसे मुझे पता है.
हाँ, आपको तो सारे पता है.
Hint, he's a spinner.
एक तो अमित मिश्रा का होगा.
Yes.
Yes.
तभी बता रहा.
Against Punjab and Pune.
Correct.
There you go.
मुझे एक.
Well done. So
yeah.
Let's look. So now we have a debate on Indian spin bowling and the stocks. Who for you makes the cut for the World T20? Lalchand ji.
See, definitely all-rounder would be Ravindra Jadeja. If Washington Sundar is fit, definitely I would pick him. And then we'll have Kuldeep Yadav and even Chahal. So these two players, and there will be another guy who will be really pushing is the Ravi Bishnoi. I think this will be my take.
Okay. Nikhil, how many spinners will you pick?
ऑस्ट्रेलिया में खेल रहे हैं. देखिए, जडेजा फॉर हिज बैटिंग कैपेबिलिटीज और फिर थोड़ी बहुत बॉलिंग. अगर मैं उसके बाद 2 स्पिनर्स की अगर मेरे को जरूरत पड़ेगी तो एक यूजी चहल तो मेरे लिए पक्का होंगे. साथ में या रवि बिश्नोई या मैं राहुल चहर के बारे में भी सोच सकता हूँ, बिकॉज ऑस्ट्रेलियन विकेट्स पे उनका कन्वेंशनल लेग स्पिन ज्यादा टर्न करता है, जस्ट गोइंग ऑन फॉर्म. और ये जितने भी नाम मैंने लिए ना करिश्मा, बहुत जरूरी है कि इन प्लेयर्स को मैं एशिया कप में खिला के देखूंगा भी जरूर.
Yeah, but not Kuldeep Yadav.
Kuldeep Yadav would be a possibility, but when you have the quality of UZ Chahal, आप वहाँ 2 ही खिलाने को देखोगे. So Rahul Chahar भी एक आपके पास option है. He'd be there out and out. I'd actually give him a couple of games also during the Asia Cup, and then I'd pick on current form. But definitely एक wrist spinner, because मेरे पास एक finger spinner ऑलरेडी है जडेजा के साथ, जिस तरीके से वो बैटिंग कर रहे हैं, और उनका रोल मुझे लगता है वो बैटिंग में थोड़ा सा और ऊपर बैटिंग करने को देखेंगे. सो दैट गिव्स मी अ लिटिल मोर cushioning to maybe pick two wrist spinners.
Yeah, and Lalchand ji, you agree with him
Yeah, because see,
with the wrist
Jadeja
spinners?
will come as an all-rounder, to be very honest.
Yeah,
So he's got that bowling option. Wrist spinner definitely, because on Australian soil you will have a leg spinner, Chahal. But other one I would go for is Washington Sundar if he's fully fit, because he's a little bit fastest on Australian wickets. Uh, he is not easy to hit, and plus he can bat and he's a brilliant fielder. So that's one option. Or then Ravi Bishnoi, because he bowls a little bit quicker as well. Because on
yeah,
Australian, you don't give that time for the batsman to think. So if he bowls quicker and he bowls straight, I think it's much bigger, because he'll get that bounce also on Australian pitches.
yeah. Nikhil, what is the most important thing for a spinner in Australia?
किस तरीके से उन पिचेस के ऊपर करिश्मा कि हाउ यू एबल टू purchase some sort of say turn on those tracks, because as the tracks get harder, they get better for batting and the kind of bounce, so you'll always get value for your shot. So for a spinner or for somebody who's looking to pick a spinner, I'd be able to see कि उनके skill set में क्या वो बॉल घुमाने की वो काबिलियत रखते हैं. Does he have the potential to turn the ball, or once it pitches, does it do enough, or does it uh, turn enough? Does he have the kind of variations you need to beat the batsman? Because ideally you'd be looking to pick up spinners who'd come and bowl in that middle phase, who are able to beat the defenses of the batsman as well. जिस तरीके से हसरंगा गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं, आप उनके वो परसेंटेज देखेंगे ना, लेग बिफोर और बोल्ड के, वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई है. सो इट जस्ट गोज टू शो कि बैट्समैन आर नॉट एबल टू पिक हिम. यूजी चहल की जो इतनी विकेटें होती हैं जब वो बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, अगर हल्की सी मदद मिलती है तो वो लेग बिफोर हो जाएगा, कॉट बिहाइंड हो जाएगा, नहीं तो he's always getting batsmen out caught in the deep as well. So we need to be able to identify, if I'm going with a bowler like Yuzi Chahal, then I also need to look at a bowler who will get me to break the defenses of the batsman as well, just to get that right sort of combination when the two of them are bowling in tandem.
Yeah, I think we have an
Yeah,
update.
yeah,
Please
just to add on to that, Karima, because see, Australian grounds are also bigger.
Yes.
So it's not easy to clear those things. So that's why Chahal will be very, very, and even like spinner like even Kuldeep, because that's also another option. But again, it will depend upon the form before going for the World Cup. So there are options there, and then you have got Jadeja who can bowl quicker, and then he will bowl stump to stump. That he will not give that leeway for the batsman to go after it. So there has to be a good balance between them. A guy who can turn a wee bit and then bigger grounds, so that you give that opportunity for the batsman to get caught at the deep as well.
Okay, so we also have an announcement. Sunil Naran playing his 150th game gets a special jersey with 150 on it from Brendan McCullum. How great has he been, Nikhil?
नाइस, इनक्रेडिबल. देखिए, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं. कुछ इस टूर्नामेंट के ना कुछ वो पिलर्स रहे हैं, जिस तरीके से वो परफॉर्मेंस चलती आए. पिछले साल तक वो क्रिस गेल थे, अभी जिस तरीके से हमारे इंडियन लेजेंड्स खेल रहे हैं, महेंद्र सिंह धोनी, सुरेश रैना टिल लास्ट सीजन, होपफुली वी गेट टू सी हिम नेक्स्ट सीजन एज वेल, रोहित शर्मा, विराट कोहली. सो इट्स ग्रेट. इट जस्ट गोज टू शो द काइंड ऑफ क्वालिटी of the player that Sunil Narayan is. To play in a tournament like this, 150 games, of course, you're holding your own in terms of performance.
Let's take a look at the poll and see what our wonderful viewers are saying. How big a factor is momentum in the T20s? Of course, huge 85%. No, it's overrated. 15%. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it did. I think a very good thing that you get that momentum in T20s. But again, I still feel that today's game, it will be a battle of spinners versus the best player of batting. Because in Rajasthan Royals, there are guys who play spin well, like Sanju Samson, Josh Butler. They are good players of spin bowling. And here you got quality spinners. Narayan, a quality spinner. Then you got Chahal as well, a quality spinner. So it will be a battle between the spinners and the batsmen who are playing spinners very well. So I think we got to wait and see who becomes or comes at the top.
Yeah, absolutely. We're also waiting for our toss result. Nikhil, would you like to add to that?
टॉस हो गया करिश्मा, और मैं चलो आपको बताता हूँ. आई विल आस्क यू अ
आप
क्वेश्चन
बता
कि
दो टॉस किसने जीता, मैं वेट कर रही हूँ.
भाई कलकत्ता जीत गया. अच्छा अब आप बताओ जो कैप्टन टॉस जीता वो क्या करता
Whoever
है.
won, they've decided to bowl. That I know.
बस
Kolkata won the
देयर यू
toss
गो.
and
देखा
they've decided
तो
to bowl first.
देयर यू गो. सो कोलकाता भी वही कर रही है करिश्मा. देखा, आपकी बात सुन रही है तो वो भी वही कर रहे हैं कि उन्होंने टॉस जीत के गेंदबाजी करने का फैसला किया. चेस करना वो के बारे में सोचेंगे, लेकिन दिक्कत ये है ना, वो चेस करना तो जरूर चाहेंगे, लेकिन अगर इधर से राजस्थान वो धमाकेदार पहले 6 ओवर में रन बना दिए और 190 200, तो फिर वो टॉप ऑर्डर कलकत्ता का ना वो फायर करना जरूरी है. सो दैट इज द इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट, बिकॉज वो रन ही नहीं बना रहे. आपके 3-4 प्लेयर ऊपर से रन नहीं बना रहे, वो उनकी बहुत बड़ी दिक्कत है.
बिल्कुल. Okay, before I let both of you gentlemen go, आप किस टीम को, who are you rooting for? लालचंद जी, आप पहले बताइए.
Yeah, my team would be Kolkata because they have got that little bit of advantage of the toss because they are. But again, as Nikhil said, they have to fire. The top order has to fire. Unless they get them all out in 160, 170, then it's a different ball game. But if they get 190 plus, then it will be a catch up because if you want to win, you got to fire your top order. Otherwise, it will be difficult. But they have got match winners because Russell can win you game on his own. Venkatesh, I think Iyer is due now and Shreyas Iyer is due. So I will go with Calcutta.
And Nikhil?
देखिए, जो विन परसेंटेज चल रहा है, विन टॉस और चेसिंग करने वाली टीम को फर्क बड़ा पड़ रहा है. You would obviously say the captain that wins the toss, you would want to back him. I would probably, but because Lalu sir has said कि चलो कलकत्ता के साथ, मैं मजे के लिए राजस्थान, मैं देखना चाहता हूँ कि 190 वो चेस करे. Genuinely I want to see कलकत्ता 190 चेस करे.
Okay.
मजा भी तो आना चाहिए ना गेम में.
Yes.
Absolutely. Before I let you go, we just have one or two updates. Shivan Mavi comes in for Aman Khan. Good move, Nikhil. I mean, that's the one update we have right now.
Yeah, well, I guess because पिछली बारी अमन को कुछ ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली भी नहीं थी. आई थिंक उन्होंने लास्ट गेम में एक ही ओवर भी डाला था. सो आई गेस तो वो एक निगल था, उसी के लिए उनको खिलाया पर इस्तेमाल नहीं किए. तो दे वर ऑब्वियसली वेटिंग फॉर हिम टू गेट फिट एंड शिवम मावी को वापस मौका मिला.
Okay, well, let the best team win. Hum to wapas aayenge at the end of the day, at the end of the game to discuss our game further. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. We'll see you after the game on Sky247.net presents Not Just Cricket. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you, Karishma.